Skyrim's paid mods, dubbed Creations, launched in December 2023, and since the initial batch of creations then, we've only gotten 2 more. One of which is a $2 mod that adds a couple NPC houses to Morthal, and another being an $8 mod that expands upon the Forgotten Vale from the Dawnguard DLC. And yeah, I didn't have all that much interest in the Morthal one. Today, we're taking a look at Echoes of the Vale by Easy Rider, available for 800 creation credits, Bethesda bucks, or whatever we're calling them this week. Available for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, this add-on aims to add new, explorable regions to the Forgotten Vale, with one of its main draws being able to access the Forgotten Vale via the original Darkfall cave, but without needing to start the Dawnguard questline, as you would need to otherwise. The new additions include a unique player home called Initiate's Rest, and 23 new areas to explore, including new dungeons and exterior landmarks, as well as new weapons and armor to find. If you haven't started the necessary quest in the Dawnguard story, you'll be able to find a new passageway near Gelibor's Waste Shrine, which will lead you to the new Darkfall Delve. This will allow you to access the Forgotten Vale independently, but you won't be able to make use of the original Waste Shrine system, or access the Inner Sanctum. However, if you have already started the quest Touching the Sky, this new passageway will be closed off entirely, and you'll have to progress through the Dawnguard story normally to access the Vale and these new locations. For this, I'll be playing on a character that hasn't gotten up to that stage of Dawnguard in order to show you the new access point. Yeah, since we're not up to this stage of the Dawnguard story, no Gelibor. The music still plays as though, we were about to meet him here and everything, but nope, just on my own. So the passageway... Oh, I see it. It's right there. It's immediately to the right over there. No Gelibor, but we do have a couple trolls. I'm wondering if that's no... I've never tried coming here before without moving the Dawnguard quest along, because why would you? So I'm wondering if those trolls are always there, and if coming here once you're supposed to with Gelibor here either despawns them or he kills them or what. I'm wondering if Darkfall Delve is going to be as long as the Darkfall cavern you would normally go through in order to reach the Vale. I kind of hope no, because having played through Dawnguard multiple times, it gets a little long-winded after a while. We can go fishing. I'm gonna take that just in case I don't know, decide to go fishing. Is this gonna be like a dedicated fishing spot? Oh, wait, what? I don't think this is gonna be as long. Yeah, I'm taking a Falmer boat. Yeah, because you know who I really trust to sail? The Blind Race. Yeah, where are we now? We're still in Darkfall Delve. I don't know, I'm really wondering if the boat is necessary. I guess it does address what I just said of like, oh, I hope it's not as long as the other, like, Darkfall section is. But I feel like geographically we still could have had, like, a straight shot through a cave to reach the Forgotten Vale without needing the boat kind of in the middle of that. That right there, though, that's gonna be the Vale. So, okay, this was very short. This was shorter than I thought it would be. I will say, I don't necessarily know if I would have wanted it to be all that much longer. Now, the real question is, will they give us any map markers that we can travel to in the Vale? I would at the very least want their... Oh, okay, so we have just our regular Forgotten Vale one here, but at the very least, I would want maybe a fast travel marker for the new home. Yeah, alright, so let's start taking a look around. I'm really wondering how obvious some of the new locations will be. But I did just play through Dawnguard somewhat recently, the regular Dawnguard story somewhat recently, so hopefully I'll be able to tell easily enough. So I guess we'll see. I guess we'll find out very, very quickly. I have a feeling this is new. Oh, and there's a note? A faded message. Okay, because we're still in the first section, because that's where we stepped out from. That's the entrance cave. Entryway cave. Comrades, if you're reading this, then there is still a chance to save yourselves. Do not return to Camp Resolve. The barricades have been overrun, and Captain Velius has lost his mind. And I fear his humanity. The expedition is lost. We're on our own now. Sergeant Aria. I was really hoping that was going to give me a quest or even like a marker for the camp. Oh, okay. Darkmaw Passage is right here. New cave right here, so we'll start here and we'll kind of go out, branch out from this then. That would have been a really good opportunity to introduce even just like a note quest of, oh, investigate what happened to the expedition team. And then especially to try and give us some markers on the map as well, just to, you know, give us an idea of where to find some of the new stuff. One thing I'm going to bring up now, and I'll probably mention in the review in the wrap-up section too, is that the creation page says 23 new areas, but areas includes both interior locations, interior cells, as well as additions to like the overland, to the surface map. I feel like 23 areas, given that it can just be, oh, I made a couple changes to the surface map, it just feels like a very arbitrary term, areas. I almost think it'd be better if the mod page, creation page, said, oh, this many new dungeons, this many exterior world edits. Because otherwise it just feels like you're throwing the word areas out there to include the number 23. And without knowing exactly what areas entails, I wouldn't say it feels deceptive, but it almost feels like you're trying to oversell it in a way. I think I'm just being incredibly persnickety about that, but taking this into the account of like, okay, I'm paying $8 for this, like a little bit more information, or even a little bit more transparency, would be a little nice, would be very welcomed from me. So it looks like we're gonna go down here then. I thought it was gonna be a waterfall. I thought I was gonna fall. Oh, yep, okay, we are. Oh, that hurt me. Oh, I feel like that really shouldn't have hurt me as much as it did, but alas, here we are. So then this is a good example here. This would be treated as a separate area from the last one. It's part of the same cave network. I would even go as far to say it's part of the same dungeon, technically, but I think according to how, you know, the creator is describing it of, oh, 23 new areas. The cave we were just in, fairly straightforward cave, and then this, the river, are two separate areas, two separate regions, counting up towards that 23 number. We can go fishing, okay. I like that because fishing, survival, stuff like that, everyone has it now, or at least everyone has the option to use it now. So I think that's good, the fact that we have that sort of integration or compatibility with what is technically now kind of base game content, but still optional in the sense of you don't have to play with survival, you don't have to play with fishing, but having that addition just helps this feel a little bit more integrated in a way with some of the quote-unquote newer content that we now have in Skyrim. We're really getting a lot of use out of these waterfalls, huh? We're really getting a lot of use out of this. We gotta be, like, really deep down now. Like, where the hell am I, and how is this gonna loop back? Oh, this looped back to Darkfall Delve. Oh, I just went in a giant circle. The Imperial Fort and camp that I was looking for was actually through another passageway in Darkmaw Cave. I just didn't realize it before going down the river and then looping back into the delve. I wound up exploring pretty much everything else in the creation before doubling back and realizing that this was ultimately the way I wanted to go the entire time. So the irony being that the very first thing I found was the note mentioning the fort, and then the very last thing I ever found was the fort that was through the cave right there. Now I want to see what the ghosts say, if anything. Nothing. Okay, literally nothing because, well, I can't interact with them. I believe this is new. I believe Frozen Passage right behind what would technically be the first of the way shrines. Yeah, I believe this is new. I'm pretty sure. I know it's not his problem, I just like that he's standing there. It's like, yeah, there's some blood, there's a torch. Not my problem. Here we go. I've been looking for you. Or I've been looking for some of you. At last, a breakthrough. The script isn't Aelidun or Aldmer, but Falmer. Now we finally know who built these ruins, though their purpose remains as perplexing as ever. The tablet reads... oh, yeah. Translated to the best of my abilities, it reads, "Only the feet of the ascended pilgrims, now one with Oriel, may tread these halls at journey's end, to find relief at the initiate's rest in the glade beyond. Though the path ahead is rocky, each stone is but a pebble, next to the mountain of trials met and overcome on the road to enlightenment." I have no idea what trials this tablet is referring to, nor what constitutes an ascended pilgrim. I should return to camp immediately and report my findings to Captain Velius. Hopefully he can make sense of all this. If the tablet is to be believed, there may be a way out of this wretched valley after all. Yeah, you take the Falmer boat. What, you didn't see the Falmer boat? Pfft, amateurs. Okay, immediately, fast travel marker, that's exactly what I was hoping for, so... See, they thought of that. They thought of a lot of the things that I was hoping for. Or at least, you know, some of what I had been hoping for. So now, if the player home is through here... oh, where does this lead? Oh, okay, to Initiate's Rest. So that's going to be the player home. I was about to say, oh, if the player home doesn't have a fast travel marker, at least we have one to the glade. Yeah, Forgotten Vale, Frozen Glade. Just wanted to see on my map where everything was, and... where does this lead? To the Frozen Crypt. Okay, so we got a couple more locations under our belt now. Uh-oh. But Frozen Passage of Frozen Glade, Initiate's Rest, and then Frozen Crypt. That's another 4 locations. Frozen Tomb. It's 5. So then I'm gonna say we're at, what, 8 of 23? And I said I'm not gonna count all of them, but I'm just kinda spitballing right now. Just so I kinda know whereabout we are. I'm gonna check out the house first. I'm gonna check out Initiate's Rest first, and then we'll come back for the crypt and the tomb. I almost feel like I would have wanted that to be part of the same cell, like part of the same location. Although this does have its own fast travel markers, so that's fine then. As long as there's a more convenient fast travel marker for Initiate's Rest, I think that's the more important component. Really hope I can repair some of this. Okay, yep, clear the rubble pile. Alright. I almost wish that the screen would fade to black and that some time would pass. I feel like that would be nice. Just a little thing, but it'd be nice. This looks like a good place to set up camp. I agree. Let's clear the rubble. And we got our little alchemy lab. We have a forge. Can I clear this rubble too? Okay, so now we have a tent and a bigger tent. Go figure, I'm gonna use the bigger tent. Why would I use the smaller one? That'll be for a companion. That'll be for someone that I don't like as much. Yeah, so enchanter, tent, some weapon displays, cooking fire, storage. Alright. Pretty decently done home. It has all the necessities. It has all the major things that you would need for a player home. Wood chopping block, I do like that, because frankly, I feel like not enough homes have easy access to firewood. Oh! I'm gonna take the ewer. I guess it makes sense there'd be more than one ewer in the entire world, but wasn't expecting to see that there. Okay, I can fix the dock. Arctic char. Is there gonna be a fishing spot? Good. Alright, and can I use the boat at all? No, but I also... where would you even take the boat? The lake is like 10 feet wide, yeah. Oh boy, let me sail around my pond and try not to smash my little canoe into smithereens, I guess. Is this gonna be... Okay, here we go. There we go. Never mind, got it. I didn't realize that was another piece of rubble I could clear. Alright, it has everything then. That is everything that you would really need, so... Happy with that. It looks like we can plant stuff here. No, I was wrong. I thought it was going to be the hearthfire thing of like, oh, this will be the fertile soil for me to plant stuff in. That was the impression that I got. That is what it looked like to me. Oh, here we go. Oh. Oh, I swear I know words other than oh, but... Okay, let's see where in the Forgotten Vale this leads. This is the arch that we saw immediately upon entering the Vale. Got it. I like that, and the reason I like that is because if you're using survival mode, you don't have fast travel enabled, I'm pretty sure. So this serves as a way for you to quickly get back without fast travel. In a way, I almost feel like the best way they could have implemented the 23 new regions is if they had one new, almost, region hub that branched off from the original Forgotten Vale. So almost kind of like how we went through the entirety of, or not the entirety, but kind of the same way that we went through the frozen passage to reach the glade. Almost as if the glade served as our hub, and all the new areas, all the new quote-unquote 23 locations had maybe branched off from that. Initiate Stride. Let me take a look at that. When wearing the complete set, 50 plus to stamina. Alright, I like that because I've said it before. I mentioned it in the Dwarven dungeon creation, but I'm someone that I really like set bonuses. I really like item sets in games, and having mods that add that makes me very happy, personally. I do like that we have the hostile Falmer ghosts. I do like that.
Mortal fool. No one hides from the dead.
If anything, I feel like that would have been something that could have been nice to have in the original Forgotten Vale in the Dawnguard story. Ooh. Oh, I got excited. I thought that was going to be something I could take because, you know, it looks like Oriel's shield. It is Oriel's shield. Ooh, there we go. Ancient Falmer gauntlets. Wait a second. Also, something just fell through that. Did you see that? Something looked like it fell through. Wait, so we have Ancient Falmer gauntlets, but not part of the Initiate set. Oh. I'm also gonna reload because it did look like something fell through that, and I want to see what that is. Or I'll save here, reload, and see for sure. Oh. So, yeah, there's 2 items here. Leather bracers of sure grip, major sure grip, and the gauntlets. Okay. So I got it not to fall through if I just took the leather bracers first. Realistically, everything we discovered so far was just in that one starting section, which is kind of cool when you think about it. It's like, okay, we already had that much and we barely stepped into the Vale. Okay, that right there, that's new. And I'm hoping that right there will mean another piece of unique armor. Ruined passage. Well, maybe, maybe not. A little ruined. You know what? I can see how this might have been a little ruined. I was just looking for the stuff. I was looking for new stuff. What can I say? Ruined caldera. Okay. Well, what about over here? Oh, this is sealed? Oh, it is sealed. There's gonna be a switch or something through the caldera then. Oh, okay. Another open area. There's more open areas than I would have expected. Alright. Quite a few enemies here. Oh, we still have one more. This is probably the most enemies I've encountered so far in the creation. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that's kind of cool. The Falmer kind of ballista that we have here. Not sure, just like lore-wise, if the Falmer maid uses siege weapons the way that the dwarves did, but kinda interesting. The area does have this kind of like cool eeriness to it. One mod that it kind of reminds me of in some ways is Dark End, which was intended as this more Dark Souls inspired area where there weren't like explicit quests. You just had to follow kind of like clues and everything to figure out where to go. Oh, all the curates, okay. This reminds me a little bit more of that right now. I would maybe still like some additional notes and some additional guidance of sorts. That's a wisp right there. Oh, we got a couple wisps. I also like that in trying to defend the temple that they killed the Falmer. Oh, is this a Falmer feast hall? Okay. Let me, you know, kill the wisp mother. Okay, alright. Let me kill you and then I shall search. Oh. No, come back. There we go. Got a little close there, but we got him. Oh, okay. So they're treating Oriel's shield as though it were just a snow elf armor. Let me see that then. When wearing a complete set, 30 plus to block. Okay. Oh, wait, what? I got a sun-hallowed elven arrow? Oh, alright. Wasn't expecting to find one of those just laying around now. Another ruin, and I'm still trying to get back to the original one. I'm still trying to get back to the ruined passageway, because there was that locked gate in it, although we'd have to get back up, because that was higher up. That was higher up on the mountainside there. Oh, wait, that's the ruined passage. Okay, so never mind, this should link back then. One thing is that I do think this goes a long way to make the Forgotten Vale feel more like it was truly a last bastion, a stronghold for the ancient snow elves. Like, this really feels like it's showing off their civilization a little bit more, which is nice. Yeah, so it looks like I can climb up here, and it is... like, I can walk around, there's no invisible walls or anything. I wonder if I could go through the waterfall, almost. Okay, yep, with the current, I'm not going to be able to make it. But you can go down here. So then the question is, does this lead anywhere at all? Okay. Yeah, I can tell that a lot of time and effort went into this for level design, for thinking of all these little things. Oh. Alright. So now I'm wondering what this loops into. Oh! Pyroducts, and... what about here? Yeah, you really want to be thorough. This leads back to the ruined passage. You really, really want to be thorough if you're going to find everything in this. So, once again, I'm pleasantly surprised by this. Yeah, I think one of the things about this creation is that it does kind of operate under the assumption that the Falmer maybe had some ingenuity, some engineering prowess similar to the dwarves, which I feel like really isn't implied much at all. Oh! Oh. Did I want to do that? I mean, I wanted to do that, but I didn't think things were going to start shaking. Okay. Yep, alright. It really shouldn't have startled me as much. I've already been fighting them. Just ignore me. It's fine. Now let's take a look at Oriel's Light. Fire beams of luminous burning energy. It's a retexture of the glass mace, but it's a staff. Huh. I'm guessing the reason for that is because there's not really any staff model in-game, like vanilla staff model, that would have worked well for this, but it's a little odd having it use the staff kind of animations, because you can see that the bolt where the magic is floating significantly higher up from where the mace itself, the mace model, ends. This looks new. Ice Crag Causeway. I was making my way up to where you would fight the two dragons, and I just kind of saw that tucked away. well, not completely where you go for the dragons, but along that same general direction. I do feel like it would be easy to miss some of these locations. Oh? New Frost Giant? I'm wondering if that means we get another Paragon stone. And then the real question is, will it use the same Paragon socket from before? Well, kind of a moot point because it didn't have anything anyway. I'm wondering if there's anything else in here, or if this might even branch off into another, like, little hub. I think that might be a yes. Ice Crag Lair, yep. I still haven't found this camp. So I'm just kind of wondering about that still. Ooh! Okay, this looks nice. Once again, they did a great job with design. So that's one thing I can appreciate. That right there, that looks promising. This looks like it'll have something that I want. Otherwise, I'm gonna feel a little let down, frankly. Oh. Alright, and oh. There's a shrine. Blessing of Jotun. Added. Health increased by 30 points for 28,000 seconds. So 7 hours apparently. Or 8 hours apparently. Okay. And I still have the Blessing of Oriel as well. Now let's see if there's anything through here. Because I'm still looking for more of the Initiate armor set. I'm still hoping to find more of that. And I do like how many situations we have where, you know, the Vale's almost coming apart or falling apart. Frost Giant Elder, so I'm really hoping he has something then. I'm just gonna very quickly, yeah, just send you fallen. Sorry, you're gonna break your hip, I know. I see armor though. I was so focused on that rather than fighting him. I was just like, oh, I see armor. Oh, I'm interested. I'm excited. Him having one of the armor pieces is much more interesting than him having one of the stones. Never mind, he has a stone too. Alright. Initiate's Surety. When wearing the complete set, 50 plus to health. Not bad. Okay, so I would imagine the Topaz socket goes right in here then. I'm wondering if that means if there's more of the new Paragon sockets or no. I'm almost hoping this gives me another piece of armor. I don't know if it will. Oh. Well, that chest over there seems to be glowing. Always seems like a good sign. Gold. Gold. I'll take the ebony helmet. Uh-oh. Oh, something's breaking. Was I not supposed to do that?
You are not welcome here.
Oh! Oh! I summoned... I'm almost imagining this is meant to be like a memory of the battle here. And I'm just kind of bearing witness to it if I want to. And go figure, the Frost Giants may have won against, yeah, a couple... Oh no, a couple Snow Elf warriors. It would be kind of cool, and, you know, we're not done yet, so we might still have this chance. I want to see the Phantoms fighting the Falmer.
I will return!
Maybe some way to summon, like, a group of the Phantom Paladins to have them on our side and try to kill some of the Falmer. Let me look around to see if there is anything new or anything unique in this area. Anytime you open the chest, or, okay, I opened the chest a second time and everything started shaking again. I feel like this would have been a good place to have either a new Oriel weapon or another of the Initiate set, especially if it's going to spawn, like, this remembrance of a battle. I know we just got the armor piece from the previous zone, but I feel like this is a very fitting place for another one. So it looks like the Inner Sanctum gets its own map marker. That's a nice little quality of life thing. That's something that I do really like, since we're not going to be able to go into it, but this way we could discover it now and come back later. The only thing is that I haven't found anything new in ages. I haven't found anything new in a while now, and I'm just wondering where to go. We have a portal to Flowstone Cave. That's new, then. I also haven't seen any notes or anything in a long time, so I've also been keeping an eye out for that. I don't think that's going to be another portal. I'm just going to hop over there real quick, just in case it is. I doubt it, but I want to see. The most that I've found in... Oh, alright. This might even just be vanilla. The most that I've seen in a while now is that I did find a new cave going through the valley leading up to the glacial crevice, but there wasn't anything new, and there was just a big chorus, a couple Falmer, and that was it. It didn't lead to anything else. It was just kind of a standalone cave, no notes or anything. Yeah, let's go through the portal. Oh. Oh. I'm hoping we can be friends. They're not attacking, they're not bothering me. Here we go. Initiates Halation. 20 plus to restoration. So we have helm, boots, and chest piece, but we don't have the gloves still. Mildly ominous. Oop, okay. I do like that the Falmer, you know, kind of like corrupted or, you know, tried to build their own shrine over the Shrine of Oriel. It's just one of those nice little things, you know. But I'm kind of anticipating that this is going to be another hub area of sorts. And I'm hoping it might lead to another armor piece, to the final armor piece, hopefully. I'm still looking for this Imperial camp. I feel like a camp would be obvious. I feel like a camp or fort or whatever should be fairly obvious, so the fact that I haven't seen it yet just makes me wonder where it could be. Oh, hey. Just a friendly shellbug who I'm not gonna bother. Oh, is that it though? Really? Because I can't go over him. He's blocking the way. I don't think there's anything past that. Nope, this is the end. There might be a little bit more over here, so I'm just gonna try and be thorough. Oh, we have a cave entrance here. Hold on. Leads back to the Vale, but where in the Vale? Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even notice that cave earlier. And now we have a very easy way all the way back to the Sanctum as well. Got it. Dark Mauve Vale discovered. Yeah, granted this was hours ago now, I'm wondering why I didn't fully explore Dark Maw Passage. Fortunately, it means that I've discovered pretty much everything else that I wanted to in the creation now, so now this gets to be the final thing that I do. Initiates Imposition, wearing the complete set of Initiates raiment, 30 plus to one-handed, so that should be everything. Halation, Imposition, Stride, Surety. And then we also have the Bulwark as well. I want to see if it counts as the full set without the shield, or if you need the shield as well. Okay, no, it's showing, yeah. Health, Stamina, one-handed, Restoration. The only thing is that brings down my armor rating significantly, so I'm not going to use that right now just because I would need to improve that if I'm going to survive anything here. But I did see some tents. Varus, tell Captain Velius to send more heads and hafts in the next shipment. The timber in this valley is plentiful, but tough. We're down to our last good axe. There's still no sign of Private Galleon. I'm suspending the search. We simply can't spare the men. If the cold doesn't get him, the cats will. They'd be doing us a favor. That damned malingerer has been nothing but trouble since the surgeon discharged him. Sergeant Arya. Can we go down there? Well, that's a destroyed cart right there. Let me see if this leads anywhere. I feel like if it does, I'm just never gonna get back up. Oh, okay, and in we go. With how big this creation is, I really do think that it would have benefited sufficiently from having some sort of quest that guided it along. And I think it still could have been done well just through journals with notes and everything. If anything, we've seen other creations do it. I think the Arquebus, the gun creation, is a good example of that. But I do think that would have helped, especially just to give us more of a sense of direction if you're like me and you were more interested in finding this Imperial Fort, and just kind of wanting to know what happened to them. I think at a certain point, some of the areas are getting to be a little too big. It's a critique I had about the legendary Dungeons Dwarven Delves pack from TrainWiz. Yes, it was $4 and I got hours of dungeon diving out of it, but it also just felt slightly too long, at least for me. Even with it being a paid creation, I would have wanted it to maybe, you know, move itself along a little faster. And right now, I kind of feel that same way now that I've been playing this for hours. It's not necessarily going to reflect in the video, but I have been playing this for maybe 3 or 4 hours now and trying to find everything. I have a feeling I don't want to go down the giant pit. That seems like a slightly bad idea. The barricade seems like a good sign. We got tents, we have a camp, we have a crane and a lot of ladders. Ooh, also a lot of armor. We got Imperials. Let me clear this out and then search for notes. But I feel like we're definitely moving in the right direction. For me, the right direction is dead Imperials, apparently. So no notes that I'm seeing. Let's see if we can take the ladder. I hope so. Oh, that's very high up. If you have a fear of heights, this is gonna suck. I almost wish I could take the lift. Also, it just immediately took me up to the top, so I'm happy about that. I was worried this was gonna be a, oh, you're gonna have to take 5 different ladders and climb each time and fight enemies along the way. So I'm inclined to glad it was just the one ladder at this point. We made it. At long last, after me getting lost and confused and looking everywhere, thinking I looked everywhere, we made it. Camp resolved. And completely overrun by Falmer. We have what looks like an active way shrine in the middle. Oh, alright. Just arrows all up in me. Little painful. A little bad for my health. And it has an active gem. Okay. Captain's log. It's a little bit of a longer journal, so I just read through it. Long story short, the Legion was stranded here trying to tunnel into Skyrim from High Rock, and with General Tullius directing them that they wanted to hold Markarth, and they didn't realize that these were Falmer ruins. They didn't know the area at all, so they were trying to survive out here with little knowledge of the region. And as time went on, the captain started to go a little mad and started hearing voices. And he was a little obsessed with the Way Shrine. So yeah, this is Dark Maw River. Captain, we are trapped. These foul creatures are beyond number and closing in fast. You must seal the portal now before the camp is overrun. It's too late for us. Save all that you can. Yeah, guess what he didn't do? He didn't close the passageway. Okay, yeah, I thought I had already been through Dark Maw River, so it would just connect back into Dark Maw Passage then. I assumed that the portal was gonna lead somewhere new. Okay, so we have something else just beyond the camp, just beyond the fort. Let me just hop over you. Escape tunnel. That sounds promising. That sounds good.
Huh?
Well, they were talking about building the tunnel. Oh. Is that the captain? It is. Oh, and he's a vampire. Look at that. I'm sorry, Captain. It's you or me. Unlike you, though, I have a way out of here. Unlike you, I figured a way out. Coup de grace. Deals 25% extra damage to Falmer. Well, this isn't gonna lead anywhere is the thing. This isn't gonna go anywhere at all. Essentially, we're the only ones who have a way out, and that's just because of Deepfall Delve. Darkfall Delve? Darkfall Delve. But we found the captain, we found the entire unique armor set. Yeah, I feel like a quest would have done this well. Not even voiced NPCs, literally just a quest, miscellaneous quest even, just to move some of this along. I also would have liked a fast travel marker for the fort itself. I feel like that could have also been nice. I want to start this review by saying that this video's runtime is very much not representative of how long the creation is, and how much time you'll spend in these new areas. The total recording time for this video was close to 4 hours, of which some was spent trying to find the new locations, or backtracking, or getting lost. But there is a lot in this creation, and when I went back to record the more cinematic shots for the intro and outro, I wound up going through a couple new caves branching out from Deepmaw Vale, including finding a named Imperial private who was mentioned in one of the journals. I was kinda surprised. Pleasantly surprised, even. I'm not a huge fan of the Forgotten Vale. It was always one of those parts of Dawnguard that I kinda dreaded. But this was something that made me much more excited to go through it. At least for a while. Towards the end, I felt like the experience was getting to be a bit longer than it really needed to be. It felt like going through more Blackreach, with sprawling, massive underground caves that felt big more so just for the sake of being big. It was an issue I had with TrainWiz's first paid creation as well. Ultimately, I think this could have benefited from maybe having all the new areas connected to one new hub. Maybe have all of it branch off from the Glade, where Initiate's Rest is. It would act as a better way for the player to know that they're headed towards the new content. I definitely would have preferred to have some sort of overarching quest experience that would lead us through the new locations in the Vale. While we do find a handful of notes, it still would have been a nice addition to have them pop up some miscellaneous quests, such as for Initiate's Rest, or even for finding the new armor set. Especially with how big some of the new zones are, having something that would give us a better sense of direction would be really helpful. There is some environmental storytelling, and there is a general story there as well, with the abandoned Imperial Legion trying to find a way out of the Vale. It just feels like it could have been a bit more central to the experience overall. This creation is the first paid pack that we've seen that gives you a dedicated player home in addition to a new full area to explore. To me, there is some added value there, and it gives this creation in particular a leg up over the creations that just add a new player home and nothing else. I think the inclusion of this home works well for players who are using Skyrim Survival Mode, which is now free to all Special Edition and Anniversary Edition players. Not every mod takes survival into account, but with it being free to all is something that should be taken into consideration, especially if and when we're dealing with these new paid mods in the first place. So having it give us a camp and player home with the amenities we need, with a fast travel point, fishing, and a portal in case fast travel is disabled, it really shows that they thought about all these different aspects. I did enjoy this creation. The new areas added are larger in size than the original Vanilla Vale, and for the most part, they are fun to explore. But despite this, I still find myself a bit hung up on the price point. And maybe that's because I'm still getting used to the fact that we now have paid mods in Skyrim, but I don't know if $8 is the price that I would set for this new zone, especially when we don't get quest content out of it. I still think a price point of 600 credits would have ultimately made more sense. I think had there been more of a quest component to the creation, I could get behind the price point a little bit more. Still, I went in a bit skeptical, and was more than pleasantly surprised by the content, the exploration, and the level of integration into the original area. My original worries about 23 areas feeling like an inflated number were really put to rest, because a lot of the areas that we did get felt pretty well done. Although I'm still not crazy about the boat in Darkfall Delve. That just felt like an unnecessary addition for me. Ultimately, there's a ton of mods out there that act as a new dungeon experience, adding on to the existing map or adding their own regions. One mod that I want to mention specifically here is Siege at Icemoth, which adds a new series of islands with new dungeons and even a slight quest arc to take you through a couple of them. The reason I want to bring up this one in particular is because I think it's actually a pretty good baseline for what I might want to see from more paid creations. Despite the fact that it's free, it has a quest that leads you to the first dungeon, and upon completion you find a note that leads you to a second one. That slight guidance and storytelling goes a long way, and I highly recommend that you try the mod out. It's by no means as long as Echoes of the Vale, but it is very much worth playing. But that's gonna be all for today. I'll be continuing to check out some of the Skyrim creations here and there, both to give my thoughts on them and to hopefully give you guys an idea of what's coming out from this program. If you enjoy the videos and would like to support the channel, check out the Patreon or the YouTube memberships, both of which get access to the Discord server. YouTube members also get access to the channel emotes, which can be used in the comments below. And make sure to check out the streams at twitch.tv/0periodproductions, where I play a variety of games. As always, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.